Yo, what's going on, guys? It's DL Gaming back here today for another video. I know it's been an extended break. I had to spend the entire winter break off from college at my parents' house, actually, and I did not have my gaming system on me, so sorry about that. But I'm back here today, and today we're going to be rebuilding the Seattle Sonics. We're going to bring them back into the league. It's just a fun experiment that I wanted to try. Hopefully you guys are able to get some enjoyment out of it, just like me. And for ease of time, I will be showing you guys the first 5 picks that I make and then just simming to the start of the season. With that being said, let's jump right into it. I think for my first pick, since I did the trial run of this already, I'm going to be picking Steven Adams. He's the best overall, and he's a 26-year-old center. So he's not going to be declining anytime soon, I don't think. He's on a 2-year contract, so I can trade him in the offseason if I need to. Next up, I think I'm going to go youngest, like the best talent among the youngest players in the league. And we're going to take Michael Porter Jr., a 21-year-old, 79 overall. He's got crazy potential and crazy trade value if I choose to trade him. So with the center and a small forward down, I need a point guard, shooting guard, and power forward. I could go with Ricky Rubio right here. I could also go with Jeremy Lamb or Carmelo Anthony. Those are the top 3 that I'm thinking about. I think for now I'm just going to go Ricky Rubio and then get my later positions after this. Next up in this, I will be getting Jeremy Lamb just because he's a 27-year-old shooting guard, 79 overall, so he's a perfect role player, and he's a 3-year contract, so I can trade him also if I need to. And then the last pick that I'm going to show you guys is going to be my power forward probably. I think I might just go Carmelo Anthony with this pick and then move into small forward and trade a bunch of different people and make another power forward. But I'll see how that goes later in the video. But those are my first 5 picks. My starting lineup probably is going to be these 5 guys. I'll show you what the team looks like at the end of this. Alright, y'all, we're back here. I got the whole team drafted. I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're going to have Reggie Jackson, Jeremy Lamb, Joe Ingles, Carmelo Anthony, and Steven Adams with Serge Ibaka, Ricky Rubio, Thomas Bryant, Michael Porter Jr., and Terrence Ross. I also drafted Amari Spellman, Robert Williams, Matisse Thybulle, and Chris Clements. The first move I want to make is moving Serge Ibaka to a power forward because I think I kind of lack at that position. And he actually goes up to an 84 overall. So I might keep him, I might not. But that's a pretty solid power forward for at least year number 1. Outside of that, I'm looking to get a new point guard because I'm not really liking either of these point guards. I could use a new shooting guard. So I might be putting some pieces together and making some different moves. I'm going to put Melo at small forward. Not going to change his age. He goes up to an 82 overall. That'll be helpful for the trade. The first move I want to make is to see which teams are selling or rebuilding. There's obviously, as you can see, a lot of rebuilding teams. But I'm going to try and get that selling team, see if we can get a superstar for pretty cheap. And it doesn't look like any teams are selling, actually. But one person that I had in mind for this team, since we need a shooting guard, would be Devin Booker. He's 22 years old. He has a maxed out contract, which is, take it or leave it. But he's a pretty good scorer, and I think he's going to help us out quite a bit. So let's try and make this trade happen here. I'll give you Reggie Jackson, Carmelo Anthony, wherever he is, and I need to make up $2 million more. Then I will just give you Terrence Ross, and they just need an extra player. Is there any way I could steal some value from you, like Mikal Bridges? Probably not. I'm just going to take your worst player, Jalen Lacroix. Leke? However you say it. He's about to be on our team probably. I'll give you our 2021 first round pick and our 2022 first rounder, and that's going to get the deal done. So we got Devin Booker on the team to be our shooting guard. He'll probably be our number 1 option. I'll adjust it all later. Ricky Rubio is still a point guard, which I guess I don't have a massive problem with, but I would like him to at least come off the bench. So I think I'm going to be moving Thomas Bryant because I have Robert Williams. And then maybe I'll throw in a package of Joe Ingles and Thomas Bryant, try and get a point guard. Let's go back. Let's go to player finder, and let's see if we can find a point guard this way. De'Aaron Fox wouldn't be bad. I'm thinking about De'Aaron Fox, but I had him in the last video. I'm trying not to repeat as many people. What about Malcolm Brogdon? I feel like he'd be a nice role player for our team. The money's already matching up, so that's not a huge issue. And then I will actually throw you Matisse Thybulle because he has some value, and a future first for 2023. 2 firsts. If I give you 2 firsts and 2 seconds, that's still not enough to get Malcolm Brogdon. Eric Bledsoe wouldn't be a bad point guard. He actually has A+ perimeter defense. I didn't know that about him. But I will give you Joe Ingles and maybe Joe Ingles and Matisse Thybulle again. And then they just need a filler. So I'll throw in, there we go, Kyle Korver. And I'll throw in my 2023 first rounder. He's only an 84 overall, so I'm really not trying to give up a lot. And they think he's pretty valuable. So if I can't get it for the same trade that I offered for the other guy, then I don't think I'm going to do it. D'Angelo Russell would be interesting. I'll try to make this work. Is there a trade funders? There's not. Could I do Ricky Rubio? And I should do Jeremy Lamb this time. And a future first. I turned off injuries, so they think they're a super team, which they probably are. So I'll give you this trade. Alright, I'm just going to keep looking for a point guard. I'm going to skip back into the video when I find one that I like. I'll see you guys later. Alright y'all, so I actually made a pretty goofy mistake. I realized I didn't have my mic down and recording while I was doing the past few moves that I made. So I'm just going to show you all the moves that I did. I only made 3 of them, but they were pretty big. I actually traded Ricky Rubio, Serge Ibaka, Joe Ingles, and 2 seconds for Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, and Muscala. I traded Thomas Bryant and Muscala for Luke Kennard. Didn't really need Louis King. And then I traded Luke Kennard, a first and a second, for Devontae Graham and Dwayne Bacon. So with those 3 trades, this is what our team is looking like now. We got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Michael Porter Jr., Danilo Gallinari, Steven Adams to fill out our starting 5. And then off the bench, we're going to have Devontae Graham, Jeremy Lamb, Matisse Thybulle, Omari Spellman, and Robert Williams. I think it's a pretty decent all-around team. I don't see how we wouldn't make the playoffs unless I built people that aren't compatible with each other. I'm going to give Devontae Graham about 24 minutes per game. I'm going to give Jeremy Lamb about 19. I'm going to try and get some more minutes to Michael Porter Jr. And Danilo Gallinari is probably, well, we'll give him the last 2 minutes there to get him up to 30. And then we'll give Michael Porter Jr. the extra minute, so he's at 31 now. And then for our scoring options, I would probably want Devin Booker. For me, it's a toss-up between all 3 of these guys for my second scoring option. I think I'm going to be going with Chris Paul, and then no preference for my third option. And then if we're going to look at our system proficiency here, it looks like balanced. Well, there's a lot of 3-star systems, so I think I'm going to get a new coach first, but balanced works pretty well for us, it looked like. So I'm going to get a new balanced head coach, Trent Peterson. He signs the 4-year deal. That's all right. And then for our assistant coach, I'll get Otis Newman. They're both the same system, so hopefully that helps out. And then while I'm here, I might as well pick up this A scout because no one else is trying to get him right now. And then I'll switch this guy out with Eric Brown. He's just slightly better. And I'm probably okay with where my team is for year number 1. So with that being said, let's just make sure that he didn't make any changes to the lineup. Let's get these guys back down to where they were. And then let's give these guys out their minutes. Still got, we do not have our scoring options. Oof, there we go. And then anything else I want to change? Probably not. Maybe shoot at will, but I don't know for shooters like that. I'll probably just go average. And then I think we are good to go for season number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate this first year, and then I will let you guys know where we are at the end of the season. So we are here at the trade deadline, and as you can see, we're just kind of hovering around 500. I kind of want to see why that is because I feel like we have a pretty good team. We got Chris Paul averaging 17 and 10. Devin Booker's doing his thing, 22 points per game. Mike Porter Jr. is doing okay. And there it is. Danilo Gallinari is only averaging 11.5 and 5. And Steven Adams is averaging 10 and 11.5, so he's not the problem. I'll probably look to move Danilo Gallinari. Let's check the contract extensions. Yeah, he doesn't want to re-sign here anyways, so I think I'm going to be moving him right now. We can trade Danilo Gallinari, and what about Alan Williams? And I'll throw in a second rounder. Can that get me anything? Son Whiteside, but I don't really need a center. Andrew Wiggins would be kind of nice. I feel like it'd be too ball dominant though. Marcus Aldridge, if I throw in a first round pick, what's he doing this season? 21 and 6. That's pretty good numbers, I can't lie. Jakob Poeltl would just kind of be an addition. There's a lot of good players out here, but I think the right fit for our team would be LaMarcus Aldridge. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that move. And then that will leave us with 3 centers that can be in the rotation. I want to play Chris Clemens very badly. Let's just rebuild it right now and then edit that. They're going to push out Robert Williams, which I'm fine with if we have Jakob Poeltl. And I'm just going to be adjusting the bench minutes here a little bit. Devontae Graham, your season's going, he's 12 and 5. He's not doing bad. I'm going to get him down to 22 minutes a game. Jeremy Lamb, 11 points. How about 16 minutes? And then we'll give Steven Adams 33, because he was pretty unsatisfied with his role earlier. We'll get you up to 30. We'll get you up to 33, 32, and then this is probably going to be the starting lineup for the rest of the year. I think that's looking good. Let's just go ahead and simulate and see what it looks like. Alright y'all, we're here at the end of the season. We finished off 47 and 35, so 12 games to the better. I can't complain. That's a 12 game difference, right? I'm not tweaking. Yeah. Sorry about that. Giannis gets MVP, Zion gets Rookie of the Year, D'Lo gets 6-man, Kawhi Leonard gets Defensive Player, obviously. Devin Booker gets Most Improved, even though his stats went down. And then Doc Rivers gets Coach of the Year. Anyone on the All-NBA teams? Doesn't look like it. They gave Devin Booker Most Improved, but didn't give him an All-NBA spot. Doesn't look like we have any All-Defense either. Any rookies? Michael Porter Jr. gets All-Rookie First Team. Other than that, that's all the awards we got. We finished as the 5 seed in the West, which it's a very tough Western Conference, so I'm not super mad about that. I don't know why I went to coach rotation. Let's go check out these stats. Alright, we saw Devin Booker's stat line already. He averaged 22, 3, and 4. We got 20 and 6.5 for LaMarcus Aldridge, 17.7, which is about 18, and 10 assists for Chris Paul. That's amazing. And then we have 13 and 7 for Michael Porter, 11.5 and 5 for Devontae Graham. Steven Adams averaged 10 and ended up 12 rebounds. And then Jeremy Lamb did his thing with 10 points off the bench. Matisse Thybulle averaged 7.7, almost 8 points. And then Jakob Poeltl averaged 6 and 6. Amari Spellman 4.5 and 3. And then Robert Williams with 3 and 3. So now that you saw all the stats, let's go ahead to our rotation. And I think I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. We'll just take out the 10th man there. And we're going to be taking out Amari Spellman. Didn't have a great season, not super mad about it. I think I'm going to be giving our bench less minutes, like 25 for Devontae Graham because he's on fire, but like 16, 15 for Jeremy Lamb. Get our starters up playing well because they're all on fire. We'll take some more minutes from our bench here. And then we'll give them more minutes to LaMarcus Aldridge and Steven Adams. So let's play this first series against Golden State. Don't see us winning this because they have a healthy Steph and Clay, but you never know. Let's see. We actually take game 1. We lose game 2. We win game 3. It's tied at 2-2. Okay, we're down 3-2. Oh, we're going to game 7. And we win in a game 7 against the Golden State Warriors. This is what game 7's looking like. We actually kind of blew them out. We won by 21 points. Devin Booker had 30 and 8. LaMarcus Aldridge had 24 and 10. And Chris Paul had 27 and 9. 20 rebounds for Steven Adams. That is insane. I guess you can call him clutch now. We got the 8 seed Houston. They actually beat the Clippers. And then on the other side over here we have Milwaukee. We have just the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5-8 versus 2-6. So, there's a little scramble on the West. We'll simulate this round against the Houston Rockets. We win game 1, lose game 2, lose game 3. It's tied 2-2. We go up 3-2, and we advance to the conference championship against the Lakers. Let's see how they're doing, and then I'll show you how we did in game 7. They won by 50 in their last game. I don't think we're going to win this game, guys. I don't think we're going to win this series because the Lakers are just too dominant in 2K. Let's see how we did against the Rockets. So we won by 16 in our last game. Devin Booker, another nice night. I think our team just works together well. Another huge rebounding game for Steven Adams. I guess he just comes alive in game 7s. He got 24 this time. Let's simulate the first few games of this series. We're down 1-0. We're tied 1-1 actually. Oh, we're actually up 2-1. 2-2. Down 3-2. I'm going to stop it, and we're going to edit the rotation just a little bit. See what they want to do. Matisse Thybulle's cold, so I think I'm going to cut him out of the rotation, make an 8-man rotation. It's kind of risky, but it's high risk, high reward. I've seen it work multiple times, but I've also seen it fail multiple times. We'll get you down to about 12, maybe 11. Jeremy Lamb down to like 16. And then 22 for Devontae Graham. So we have 18 more minutes to give out to our starters. Mike Porter Jr. 34. I'm going to give Steven Adams 38. We're going to get most of our starters up there in numbers. And then we're going to cross the 40-minute mark for Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and then we're going to give 35 to Michael Porter Jr. Let's see if this can win us a game. We're going to go to Simcast. Okay, we're actually up big first, and then they come back, take it. It's a close game. We are up by 10. Come on, keep rolling, keep rolling. Don't lose this game. I think we got it won. I think we got it in the bag. Yes, we do. We win by 10. Devin Booker had 33 points. All right, let's go to the next game. Game 7 in LA. Let's see what happens. We're down big early. Still down big. Oh, yeah. I don't think we're winning this game, guys. Yeah, we're down by 40 with 7 minutes left. That team's just too dominant in 2K, at least in the first season. But Game 7 in the conference finals in season number 1 is not bad at all. So let's watch out these finals. And it looks like... Oh, never mind. They're up 3-2. The Lakers are going to win it just like I predicted. LeBron James gets his finals MVP. Let's go on to the next offseason. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So the first thing I think we should look at is probably the player retirements. Just see if anyone... notable. Got Jamal Crawford. Vince Carter is staying around for 1 more year. League meetings. I'm going to reject all these just to make sure that nothing wacky happens, like the cap turns off. That's happened to me before. Let's check the draft lottery. I don't think I still have my pick, but either way, it's not a good pick. I think they actually ended up giving it away. Let's go ahead and check. Oh, we have the 22nd pick in the draft this year. Okay, I'll take it. There's a lot of money tied up to our team, specifically these 4 players. Let's see if we can move. Might be moving 3 out of the 4. I think I'm going to keep Devin Booker. But if I can move both of these guys right now, clear that salary off the books, I will definitely do it. We can get the 3rd pick and Kevin Love, and I could probably just flip Kevin Love, but I'll keep looking. Rudy Gobert wouldn't be bad. I guess it wouldn't be solving too much. And then we just have to retrade Bogdanovich. Most of these trades are similar to what I've already described, where I don't think I'd be gaining too much. I'm looking at this Kristaps trade, and it's kind of intriguing me, because Kristaps is pretty good in 2K. Last season, he averaged 22 and 8. I don't know. I might still do that 3rd overall pick trade. We don't need CJ. We could use D'Lo, I guess. But this is a lot to give up for D'Lo. We can get the 2nd pick and John Wall. Now I think that's going to be the move, because we can just trade John Wall and we get the 2nd pick in the draft. Okay, now that we made that trade, we obviously have 2 $40 million point guards, which is not a recipe for success. Let's see if there's any teams that are selling out there right now that we can probably get a superstar from. The Wizards are selling, but I just took the one player I'd consider a star from them. I don't need Bradley Beal. I have Devin Booker. The Thunder are selling, but they don't have a great team. Other than that, there's a lot of rebuilding teams, and I think one of the rebuilding players that I was looking at was Nikola Jokic, just because he's a 91 overall. Let's see if we can try and swing a trade for him. Can you guys take on John Wall's contract? Kind of. They need $4 million. If we were to add Darren Collison, yikes, and the second pick, could I also throw in Chris Clemens? And I'll give you Chris Clemens, Greg Monroe, and Jalen Lecque. Come on, tell me you want it. Not like that, not like that. Alright, they're not going to give up this trade for Nikola Jokic. I'm going to try to move around this cap space. I'll be back in a few minutes just so you guys don't get bored with my trades. But I'll see you guys later. Alright, y'all. I'm currently trying to get this trade for Ben Simmons to work. It'll save me about $12.5 million. I'll just have to take on Mike Scott's contract and I can trade him. Let's see if I can give him Chris Paul in the second pick in the draft. And that's going to work. So we're going to get Ben Simmons as our new point guard. I can move him to multiple different positions. He goes up at small forward, so he might be playing there. He can literally play every single position. I was leaving at point guard for now, though. The next player I want to move would be John Wall. I think I'm just going to trade finder him because he's not super important to the team anymore. If I added Michael Porter Jr. and this 22nd pick, what could I get? I can get the third and Kevin Love again. That's kind of overpaying. Bam Adebayo. We'd save a lot of cap space this way. And Bam Adebayo is a great center. Obviously, he's an 87 overall. This is a nice trade, though. Kristaps and Jalen Brunson. Malcolm Brogdon and Sabonis. Might be doing that. There's a few different offers that I could go with here. I think the way that I'm leaning would probably be, I don't know, because the Bam trade looks nice on the outside. He averaged 14 and 12, almost 12 last season. And then it's his last year on his deal, but it's probably only going to be a 2-year rebuild anyways. So then I have to ask myself, am I fine with being an 87 overall center as my starting center? And I think I am. We could also go for Kristaps here, and that move might make more sense. Ooh, I might have just talked myself into Kristaps deal, because then I can either trade Jalen Brunson or trade Devontae Graham, or I could keep both of them because they're on small contracts as point guard and shooting guard. Yeah, I just talked myself into it. Let's get this Kristaps Jalen Brunson duo, and then let's see what this team is looking like. We got a lot of point guards right now. We still have Jeremy Lamb, but I could move Devontae Graham over there, as we know. Oh, maybe not. I think he has a team option. Yeah, so he has a team option. We'll be picking that up for sure. Other than that, we're going to need a small forward. We definitely need a center. Maybe I should have done the Bam trade. But we still have Jeremy Lamb that I kind of want to move, because I can keep Devontae Graham as my backup shooting guard. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I'll probably throw in Mike Scott, and I guess all I have left is this second, so let's hope this gets me something that I like. Oh, you know what I could do is throw in Matisse Thybulle as well. Let's do Matisse Thybulle, Jeremy Lamb, and Mike Scott. What can that give me? Nothing great so far. TJ Warren wouldn't be bad. OG Anunoby and Norman Powell. I'd probably just keep OG and then trade Norman for the cap reasons. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's just $3.87 million. I'm going to be freeing up a lot of money, and then when I trade Norman Powell, I'll be freeing up even more. So we're going to trade Norman Powell, and I'll probably move Greg Monroe and Jalen Lecque just because I don't need them, and they're on small contracts that are kind of stupid. We get the 7th pick and Daniel Gafford, so we can get a backup center and the 7th pick in the draft. So that would save us a lot of money. As far as money saving goes, there's are quite a few good options out here. This Kyle Kuzma trade's looking pretty nice, and he only averaged 8 and 2 last season. So maybe not. Maybe not. Other than that, Sekou Doumbouya has great value. He's young. We get a future first round pick. That could be a nice move for us. This trade, though, we're not taking up a lot of money, and we're getting the 7th pick in the draft. I think that's going to be the move. So now we're looking at we're going to move Devontae Graham to the shooting guard spot. He's actually 85 now. Make his secondary a point guard, and then we'll look at the rest of the roster. I think the main thing that I want to try to get, either through the draft or through free agency, would definitely be a small forward. I think we need a center as well. So I'll have to get one of each. I don't know how much money we have. Probably not a lot, because we have 3 $29 million contracts. Kristaps is at 86 overall, making $29 million. Could I possibly flip him? I don't know. Power forward. Yo, this might be the move. If I can get Jason Tatum's contract, $9 million, just by throwing in the 7th pick. I wasn't planning on using the 7th pick anyways. Could go with Bam, but I think I could put together another trade for Bam. Doesn't look like he's valued too highly. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do that move. It saves us a lot of money. And then we can get Jason Tatum, who's a great player in 2K. Let's go and trade Daniel Theis just because he's added money at this point. Or, if I could make a package for Daniel Theis. Oh, we don't have any picks. Might be harder to get Bam Adebayo than I thought. But let's just go ahead, go into staff signing. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to get a new trainer, but that'll probably be my only move. He signs up for that. Let's just get out of staff signing here. And then we're coming up on the draft. We have the 22nd pick in the 2nd round, I remember. But I don't think that's going to be pretty important. I'm going to trade Daniel Theis, see if I can just free up that last little bit of money before free agency. Someone just give me a first round pick or 2, that'd be nice. 2 first round picks from the Pistons, I'll take that. And then we'll go straight to rookie signing because I don't really care who my 2nd round pick is. Then we get Todor Somori. Yeah, you're not going to be playing on my team, man. You ain't going to play playing on my team. We're going to accept both of these team options, and then we're going to move into free agency here. So obviously, well, I don't think I'm going to extend this. But as I was saying, obviously Anthony Davis is in this class. I think Andre Drummond is as well. So I'm going to be looking probably towards Drummond. I don't think I have enough money for Anthony Davis. I'm going to decline all of these, actually. I don't really need any of these 3 players. But let's move into moratorium. So we have Hassan Whiteside, who doesn't have a single offer, Andre Drummond, and Anthony Davis. I can't afford Andre Drummond. Well, I could, but he has a lot of other trades, so I don't think it'll be worth it. Or a lot of other offers, excuse me. So I don't think it'll be worth it unless I can max him out. But I noticed that Hassan Whiteside has 0 offers, so that could probably be the move. I'm going to go ahead and throw Hassan Whiteside a contract, just because I don't think he's going to be asking for too much. We'll give him a 2-year deal with the team option. And he didn't decline it right away. I guess I can't say that he accepted it. But it's a 96 overall rating, so a 1 year, $29 million. I think, other than that, I just want to see if I can get him and get out. Yeah, we have Hassan Whiteside. We're going to decline all of these. And then let's just get out of moratorium. Make sure we don't lose Whiteside, because he's actually grown into a great player again. I'm okay with having him as my starting center. Outside of that, as far as team needs go, I still need a small forward or power forward. I can move Jason Tatum to either one. And then outside of that, this roster might be pretty set. So I'm just going to look for a small forward or power forward that I can afford. Yeah, we do not have a lot of money freed up. Let's go to all positions affordable. And the most we can... Kostas is at center now? It's kind of whack. But the most we can afford is 5.5 mil. I don't know who I'm going to get with this money, because I don't really have anyone in mind. They're like, oh, I should get him. But let's just look around. Maybe we'll see someone we like. Let's switch back to overall. I might get Damian Lee, just because he's 77. Gerald Green's kind of old. Yeah, I'm going to make a trade. I'm going to make an offer to Tyreke Evans and Damian Lee. and we'll see which one of them accepts. So getting back to a positive, throwing both those offers, and nothing yet. Let's check the next day, still nothing. And we actually get both of them, but I don't think we can afford both of them, so I'm just going to let 2K tell me who I'm signing. Golden State Warriors match the sheet from Damian Lee, so I'm going to be taking Tyreke Evans. I guess that makes enough sense. Oh, just dropped my phone. Other than that, I feel like this team is ready to go. I'm going to sign some filler players, and then I'm going to advance forward, and then I will be making a trade for either a small forward or a power forward, but I will keep you guys posted for that. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm currently trying to trade for Lauri Markkanen, and all it took was 3 role players that I had. I'll show you the transaction because that was kind of quick. Oops, it's over in front office. Oh, league news, excuse me. Transaction report. I traded Myers Leonard, Tyreke Evans, a first-round pick, and Chris Clemens for Lauri Markkanen. That got the deal done, so I'll be moving Jason Tatum to a small forward spot. He goes up to a 91 overall, so now we have 2 91 overall players. I'll make his secondary a power forward, and we might be ready for this season. I might just have to sign some fillers. We have 3, 3, 4, so I'm probably going to have to move Brokoff just for my OCD to power forward. So we have 3 at each position. Here we go, Bruno. Oh, let's just take the first round pick, might as well. No, I'll sign a free agent. But let's look at the training camps here. We're probably going to give untapped potential out to our just top 3 guys. Ben Simmons, and then Jason Tatum, and Devin Booker is going to be our 3rd one here. There we go. Devin Booker, they all now have A+ potential. Let's advance into the next season, and let's see what we're looking like for rotation. The main thing I want to accomplish with this team is probably, I got my eyes set on a ring. I think we are a good enough team to where we can get a ring. Like, our 6th man is at 84 overall. I think we got the right pieces around us this year too to make it happen. Let's switch back to a 10-man rotation. And this is what the lineup is going to be looking like. I'm going to edit the minutes here in a sec. But Ben Simmons at point guard, Devin Booker at shooting guard, Jason Tatum at small forward, and then Lauri Markkanen and Hassan Whiteside are the bigs. Off the bench, we're going to have Devontae Graham, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Omari Spellman, and Daniel Gafford. I'm going to change these minutes up a little bit because I don't think I want these guys getting crazy minutes off the bench, especially if I have great players to start. We'll get you to even, we'll bring Devontae down to about 20. And then let's get Lauri Markkanen up to 29 or 30. Let's get him to 30, 33, I might as well. And we'll get Devin Booker up to 34, Tatum up to 34, Simmons to 34. And then I might as well just give the last 4 minutes to Hassan Whiteside. So we got our starters playing a lot of minutes, but that's probably okay with me, considering they're all all-star caliber. As far as scoring options, I'll probably give it to Devin Booker. And then, do I want Jason Tatum as my second option or Ben Simmons? I think I'm going to go Jason Tatum and then Ben Simmons option number 3. But outside of that, I think we might be ready to go for season number 2. Let's just check our system proficiency and make sure there's not any better systems that we could be running. It looks like balanced is going to be okay for us, so I'm going to go ahead and stay with balanced. I think that's all the moves that need to be made for this season. I think we're ready to take a championship. So I will simulate until the end of the season, and I will see you guys then. Alright, y'all, we're here at the end of the season. As you can see, we went 64-18, which is a much improved record over last year. Might be the best in the NBA, but anything under 20 losses is an amazing season. Giannis gets another MVP, so that makes 3 in a row. Ty Jerome gets Rookie of the Year, Fred VanVleet 6-man, Giannis Defensive Player, Tony Bradley Most Improved, and Trent Peterson, our coach, gets Coach of the Year. And we were first in the power rankings and first in the conference, so we had the best record in the NBA. Any Sonics players here? Not that I see. Oh, we got Ben Simmons, all defensive second. Other than that, that's about it. We're going to be facing the 8th seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's check our stats first. See how all our players did together. They must have done pretty well. Jason Tatum was our leading scorer with 22, 5.5, and 1. And right behind him with 21.9 was Devin Booker. And then Ben Simmons averaged 17.5, 7 and 6. Hassan Whiteside averaged 14 and 14. That's a great season, I gotta say. He did everything we asked him to do. 2.5 blocks as well. Can't complain. Lauri Markkanen averaged 14 points, but in an offense where 3 of the guys are almost averaging 20, that's fine with me. He also averaged 7 rebounds. 11 points off the bench for Devontae Graham. 9 points for Jalen Brunson. 4 and 3 for OG Anunoby. And then 4 and 3 for Daniel Gafford. 4 and 4 for Amon Spellman. Alright, let's get into these playoffs. Let's see. The Timberwolves starting lineup is Cassius Winston, but other than that, I think we can take these guys. We have a much better team than they do. They just have Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's go ahead and simulate this round. So we take a 2-0 lead early. We go up 3-0. And we sweep them. We didn't even give them a shot. I'm not mad about it though. Good stuff, Seattle. Next we're going to face Golden State. We faced them last year in the first round and actually beat them. Let's see if they have any changes to their team. Doesn't look like it. Draymond Green, they still have him, but he's just putting up Draymond Green-esque numbers, I guess. Let's see if we can take them in less than 7. That should win game 1. We're tied 1-1. We're up 2-1. Up 3-1. And we go on to the conference championship as we win 4 games to 1. This is what the closeout game is looking like. We won by 24 points with Ben Simmons putting up 25 and 12. Devin Booker putting up 23. Jason Tatum, Lauri Markkanen, and Hassan Whiteside all doing their thing. Let's move on to this Clippers team and see if it's the same team as last year. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same team as last year, so this is going to be a challenge, but I think we might be able to pull the edge because we might have the better all-around team. Simulate game number 1. We actually take it by 9. Let's simulate the rest of the round, see if we can pull out a dub. We're down 2-1, 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we advance to the finals, beating the Clippers 4 games to 2. Let's check out this final game here. We won by almost 30, 25 points. Hassan Whiteside led our team in scoring. He had 23 and 12. Ben Simmons had 19 and 10. Devontae Graham stepped up. Jason Tatum had a terrible game, but you know, you're going to have some of those. Let's face these Brooklyn Nets. I think they might... Yep, they still have Kyrie Irving. They still have Kevin Durant. They kind of got a Twin Towers vibe with Jarrett Allen and DeAndre Jordan, but I think we can take these guys too. I just need Devin Booker to play really well against his matchup. Simulate current round. 1-1. We're up 2-1. Up 3-1. And that is it. We win the finals 4 games to 1. Ben Simmons is our finals MVP. Let's check out this closeout game here. Devin Booker with 23 points. Ben Simmons with 16 and 8. Jason Tatum with 16 and 5. 14-11 for Lauri Markkanen, 13 and 12 for these 2 guys. Hassan Whiteside had 16 boards. They all just played really well together as a team. So it can be confirmed that I am again the rebuilding god. I'm 2 for 2 right now. We got another ring under our belt, and this time it was the Seattle Supersonics. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just kind of a what-if scenario. Obviously it went really well. I would like to see the Seattle Supersonics back in the league very soon. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully this is the result. Thanks for watching, guys. This was DL Gaming. I'll see you later.